I'm Damon Wilson with the Atlantic Council, and I'm here in Tallinn, Estonia. In the wake of the Munich Security Conference, we've come to Tallinn to talk about the Three Seas Initiative. This is a transformative initiative that the Estonian president will be hosting this June. It's really focused on overcoming the legacy of Soviet occupation, where the infrastructure in this region was built all west to east by the Soviets. And we still see, if you look at Europe from a satellite, you see the lack of connections in the energy, transportation, telecom, and digital fields. So 30 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, 15 years after these countries joined NATO and the European Union, the Three Seas Initiative is a means to come together and both develop the economies, meet the moral promise of completing Europe by seeing countries from Estonia to Croatia to Bulgaria that are positioned between the Baltic, the Adriatic, and the Black Sea come together to incentivize private capital to build out this infrastructure as a way that completes Europe and builds out the infrastructure of the European Union. In Munich, the US government, Secretary Pompeo, Secretary Buyet, announced that the US government would put $1 billion into this effort to catalyze and incentivize both the nations in the region to invest, but more importantly, capital markets and private investors to put to work our free economies to help close an infrastructure gap that we assess as over $500 billion in this region, $270 billion in shortfalls of cross-border infrastructure. This is a way that the United States and its allies and partners in the European Union and NATO show that we can compete in a geopolitical, geoeconomic game. Unfortunately, Russia has demonstrated it will use energy as a weapon. Unfortunately, the Chinese have shown up in this region and are using investments for political influence. This opportunity to deploy Western capital in the private sector to support economic growth is a way of building not only what is right for faster growing convergence between these EU members and the rest of Europe, not only moral in meeting the commitment that we made in NATO and EU enlargement, but it's how we build the resilience of these societies so they are protected and strong in a very volatile geopolitical climate. We'll be back here in Tallinn on the road to the summit this June when the Estonians will be hosting the Three Seas Summit.